You opened your laptop at 9 p.m. on Sunday. You told yourself, just checking emails. By 10 p.m., you had a to-do list for Monday. By 11 p.m., you felt safe. You think the emotions of this week are settled. They are not. They are buried. And buried things grow roots. I see this pattern, not just in the stars, in the data. Capricorn, you are running a program written in childhood. If I stay busy, I stay safe. It worked, until it didn't. This weekend, February 17th through 19th, the cosmic weather is calm. No retrogrades, no eclipses, just silence. And for you, silence is dangerous. Because silence asks you to feel, so you fill it. With work, with plans, with the illusion of control. Here is what you are not admitting. You are not getting back to normal. You are running from the emotional residue of the past 10 days, the fight with your partner, the anxiety about money, the grief you haven't named. You think productivity erases it. It compounds it. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Feel your chest. Is it tight? That tightness is not stress. It is suppression. Your nervous system is screaming a warning you have learned to ignore. You have been running this algorithm for years, maybe decades. Open 47 tabs, schedule 3 meetings, reorganize the calendar, and for 5 minutes, the void quiets. This is not discipline. This is self-medication. What happens when the system you built to protect you becomes the prison? Let's look at the code. You know the pattern by now. Sunday night, 9 p.m. The laptop opens. Just checking emails, you tell yourself. By 10, you have reorganized Monday's schedule. By 11, you have drafted 3 responses to messages that could wait until Tuesday. And somewhere around midnight, your shoulders drop half an inch. The tightness in your jaw releases. You exhale. This is the moment you mistake for peace. It is not peace. It is relief. The relief of a junkie who just got their fix. Neuroscience has a term for what you are doing. Task positive mode. Your brain shifts from the default mode network, where you feel, where you process, where the messy human stuff lives, into the task-positive network, the doing brain, the solving brain, the productive brain. For most people, this shift takes effort. For you, Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, it is instant. You have trained your nervous system like a dog. Work equals safety. Feeling equals danger. The algorithm runs automatically now. You do not even notice the switch. But your body notices. Stephen Porges spent decades studying the vagus nerve, the highway between your brain and your gut. He discovered something your productivity gurus will never tell you. Unprocessed emotions do not evaporate. They accumulate. He called it somatic debt. The body keeps the score. You cannot budget your way out of this debt. You cannot schedule it into submission. Every time you open that laptop at 9 p.m., you are not solving the problem. You are compounding it. The Zeigarnik effect, discovered in 1927 by Bluma Zeigarnik, proves that unfinished tasks occupy mental bandwidth. They run in the background, draining your RAM. Your unfinished task is not the project proposal. It is the grief you tabled on Tuesday, the anger you filed away on Thursday, the loneliness you rescheduled for later. Later never comes. By Wednesday, you will wonder why you are exhausted despite sleeping 7 hours. By Friday, you will snap at someone who does not deserve it. By next Sunday, you will be back here, opening the laptop at 9 p.m., running the same code, expecting different results. Carl Jung warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Your unconscious directive? Achieve to avoid. Ryan Holiday teaches that the obstacle is the way, but you have made the emotion the obstacle. It is not. The avoidance is. You have built a skyscraper on sand, and the foundation is cracking. What if there is another way? I used to believe emotions were inefficient, distractions, noise in the system. I am a pattern analyst. I optimize. I strip away the unnecessary. And for years, the data supported me. High achievers suppress, compartmentalize, execute. It worked. Until I watched it stop working. The most resilient people I have studied, they do not avoid pain. They read it, like diagnostic code, like a system alert. Here is the reframe, Capricorn. Your emotions are not the malfunction. They are the sensors. That tightness in your chest Sunday night? Not weakness, a signal. Your body saying, something here requires attention. The anxiety that spikes when you sit still? Not inefficiency. Data. This pattern is unsustainable. The grief you table from Monday's meeting? Not a distraction. Information. This mattered. Honor it before you move forward. Stephen Porges, neuroscientist, discovered what he calls the polyvagal theory. Your nervous system tracks safety and threat below conscious awareness. When you suppress an emotion, you do not erase it. You tell your body, ignore the alarm. The alarm does not stop. It runs in the background, draining resources, fragmenting focus, creating what he calls somatic debt. You cannot budget your way out of somatic debt. You cannot schedule it into submission. The only path through? Integration. And here is the part that will interest you. Your brain can rewire. Neuroplasticity. Deutsch, 2007, proved it. But the rewiring requires repetition, conscious practice. You have trained your nervous system for decades. Work equals safety. Feeling equals danger. That code is deep, but it is not permanent. Capricorn, your gift is mastery. You have mastered discipline, structure, execution. Now, master the integration of your emotional data, not as a retreat from strength, as an upgrade to it. The leaders I respect most, they do not ignore their shadow. They mine it. Jung called it individuation, becoming whole by integrating what you have denied. You have denied the part of you that feels without a task attached, the part that grieves without a deadline, the part that rests without earning it. That part is not your weakness. It is your blind spot. And blind spots cause crashes. This weekend, you have a choice. Run the old program, achieve to avoid, or install the update, feel to evolve. One path leads to burnout disguised as productivity. The other leads to clarity you have not felt in years. Which operating system are you running, Capricorn? You do not need a 10-step plan. You need a protocol, something executable, time-bound, measurable, Capricorn style. Here is the algorithm for emotional integration without losing your edge. Saturday morning, 20 minutes. The audit. Grab a notebook, not your phone, analog. The act of writing by hand engages different neural pathways. It slows you down, forces precision. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What did I avoid feeling this week? 2. What story did I tell myself to justify the avoidance? I am too busy. It is not that serious. I will deal with it later. 3. What is the cost of that story? Exhaustion? Disconnection? Resentment festering in your chest? Write. Do not edit. Do not solve. This is data collection. You are running a diagnostic. Sunday afternoon, 10 minutes. The somatic check. Sit. Breathe. Scan your body from head to feet. Where is the tension? Jaw clenched, shoulders like stone, stomach tight. Do not fix it. Just acknowledge it. Say it out loud. This is where I hold my fear, or anger, or grief. Neuroscience confirms this. Naming the sensation begins the discharge process. Your nervous system relaxes when it feels witnessed. Not solved, witnessed. Sunday evening, 15 minutes. The integration ritual. Choose one emotion you identified in the audit, the heaviest one. Ask it, what do you want me to know? Not how do I get rid of you, but what is the message? Write the answer. Then, and this is critical, take one small action that honors it. Example, if the emotion is loneliness, send a text to a friend, not a colleague, a friend, someone who knows you beyond your output. If the emotion is grief, play the song that makes you cry. Let it move through you. 5 minutes, that is all. If the emotion is rage, write the unsent letter. Burn it. Watch it turn to ash. The ritual matters. The body needs closure, not just the mind. The boundary. Protect the protocol. Here is the trap. You will want to optimize this. Turn it into a productivity hack. Track it in a spreadsheet. Measure ROI. Resist. This is not about efficiency. This is about integrity. The integrity of your emotional operating system. Guard this time. No emails, no meetings, no quick check-ins. This is non-negotiable maintenance, like sleep, like food. You do not skip it because you are busy. The metric, how you know it works. By Monday morning, check. Do you feel clear? Not happy, not fixed. Clear. Like a defragmented hard drive, like a system reboot after clearing the cache. If yes, the protocol worked. If no, you skipped a step. Probably step 1, the audit. You rushed it. You intellectualized instead of felt. Go back. This is simple, not easy. And if you skip it, the system will force the update, usually at the worst time, during the presentation that matters, the conversation you cannot afford to lose control in, the moment when your body says, enough. Saturn does not negotiate. It audits. The question is, will you run the maintenance or will you wait for the crash? You are standing at the fork. Path 1, you close this. You open the laptop. You build Monday's armor. By Tuesday, you are efficient. By Wednesday, the tightness returns. Chest, jaw, that familiar hum of low-grade panic you have learned to call normal. By Friday, you snap. at your partner, at the barista who got your order wrong, at yourself in the mirror, wondering why you cannot just hold it together. By next Sunday, you are back here. Same cycle, same lie. Just one more week of push, then I will rest. This is not failure. This is the natural consequence of ignoring the signal. Path 2. You take 45 minutes this weekend. You run the protocol. You feel uncomfortable. You cry, maybe. Or you sit in silence and your hands shake because the system is finally discharging what it has been holding. And by Monday, you are clear. Not happy, not healed. Clear. And from clarity, you build, not from fumes. In my years of observation at Onyx, I have seen this specific shadow destroy Capricorn's potential more than any external failure. Not because you are weak, because you are strong enough to carry weight that would break others. But strength without integration is not mastery. It is martyrdom. Here is what no one tells you. Emotional debt compounds. You think you are managing, you are deferring, and the interest rate is your health, your relationships, the sharpness of your mind at 3 p.m. when decisions matter. Saturn does not punish, it audits, and the audit is coming. The only question, will you prepare or will you be caught mid-presentation, mid-conversation, mid-life, when your system finally forces the shutdown? You are not a victim of your emotions. You are the programmer, but you cannot code what you refuse to see. This weekend is your debugging window. Use it, or do not. The system will run either way, but only one path leads to the upgrade. The signal is clear tonight, Capricorn. You know what you need to do. The question is, will you?